All right. I hear the train a coming. I'm here at Mormon Rock at the Cajon Pass right off of Highway 15. In an area we call the Inland Empire, north of San Diego County. And right here, at any given time of the day, you could see 3 different trains in the same view. And here comes one down south, heading north up my way. I heard those horns a few minutes ago. And I hear more horns actually north of me, which should be coming down these tracks here. Up around that bend. So we see some tracks here. Right here. And then a little further up. Right there. And there you see the first of the trains coming up right now. Oh, there's a southbound one right there. Nice. That's going to intersect and go right past the northbound ones. I got here just in time. There it is. There's the engine of the northbound. The last time I was here, the southbound one was coming down this track here, but they change. See that? 2 of them at once. And while that's going on, check this out. This is right after the storms. A whole week of 3 storms throughout California. And there's the tail end of the first one. There she blows. So after checking out this video, which I'm calling a companion to my podcast, with all the links on my blog, go ahead and select a link to my free audio downloads. I guess there will be a YouTube audio link also. I'm electing to do the YouTube version. And you can do the actual podcast link as well. And enjoy, my friends, 3 days in the grave. This was it. This has been like an hour and a half drive. Normally it would have been like, well, an hour and 45 minutes. It didn't seem that long, but see all that traffic down there? They're going east to get on the 15, and the 15 north is backed up for several miles. I don't know what's going on, but that's what made it about 25-30 minutes longer of a drive to get here. But I'm glad I left at noon. So they're backed up on that highway. Not a highway, but a state route. Just so they could get on the 15. The 15 south is open, it's alright, but the north is backed up. Probably not a smart thing for that guy to keep on going forward. Anyways, but this is the drive that is worth it every single time. Because now, after this, I'm going to use my my phone to go ahead and do my podcast. I have everything queued up from 3 days in the grave. It's Sunday right now. It's 2:37 p.m. Pacific time, Sunday, January 31st, and on the 29th, Friday, I saw my friends. I took a ride up to LA to watch them perform live. And this is, my podcast is going to be the best audio that you could possibly do with a cell phone. And it does video too, which I'm doing this video on the same app. It's a Dolby app. I had to uninstall and reinstall because it didn't have an option to update, and I lost my video. It was the first good video that I've done on a cell phone. But there'll be more opportunities. And here comes another one. The Dolby On. It's called Dolby On, the app, the Dolby app. You could adjust the audio and everything, the bass, treble, tone, beat. And if you do a video, you could actually save the video to an audio file. Then you can go back and save the video to a video file. So I recommend it. But if it's not uploading to YouTube and Facebook and all your other social media sites, if you keep on getting these errors that it's a corrupted file, the file format isn't wrong. It's just that the app needs to be updated. And the only way that you can fix that is to reinstall the app, unless they give you an update option. But whatever video and audio that you have on that app, you're going to lose it. So I highly recommend saving everything you do to files before you actually need that app for whatever reason. Make sure everything is uploading correctly. Uninstall and reinstall it if you need to before using it when you need it. I was really upset. It took me over 24 hours, including sleep, from Friday to yesterday. 25 hours, including, 5 or 6, 7 hours sleep or whatever, eating and doing household chores, trying to figure out why it won't upload. Finally, I got the brilliant idea that I have to uninstall it and reinstall it. But I was very upset because that video was awesome. With the exception of a certain person who kept on walking and parking himself in front of the phone a few times, talking to somebody else, kind of ruins the view. So the next time I'll be placed in a better location to where it wouldn't be a problem, somebody walking in front. So it wasn't really too much of a letdown, except for the principle that if I really would have needed that video, it would have been messed up. And thankfully I saved an audio file before figuring out I had to uninstall it and reinstall. So I got a real good audio of my friend's performance, 3 Days in the Grave. And after this complete train goes by all the way, that'll be it. And as I was saying, the drive up here is always worth it, even though that there was a traffic slowdown. I'll give you a little bit more info in the podcast version. Of course, I won't be so nonchalant and relaxed. I'll be getting to the point and to the music. This is a nice secret location. A lot of locals come up here all the time. There's a lot of families with their kids here every time I come up here. But I've been asking people, my friends, on social media, what would you do if you wasn't scared? I have a friend that came up with me here a couple times. It was pretty neat. But when I want to go, I want to go. I'm pretty much random. You see this road up here? It winds around. There's only one way in and one way out of that area. There's a mountain town about 6 miles up the road. It's just a one-horse town. Houses and stores on either side of the street. You just drive right through before you can blink an eye. That's where they're coming from. Actually, you could go right through it and go on to another state route. Well, this train is lasting forever. And actually, this might even be a good video for somebody to just turn the volume down and turn some music up and just watch it on your TV. You know how people connect their little devices to their smart televisions and watch it on a big screen. Oh, I hear another one. By the time this train is done, another one might be coming down. Yep, here it comes. I could have brought my car down here. So you could barely recognize where the parking is up there. Could have driven it down here, but my challenge whenever driving in areas like this, I see a road like this and I'm tempted to go up it. And what happens a lot is you get into such a narrow spot that you have to do like a 15-point maneuver just to turn around, if you're even able to. And if you can't, you're forced driving in reverse for a whole long distance just to get out of what you got your silly self into. So, unless I got a real car with real tires on it, then I'll come down something like this. I'm trying to be real quiet and listen, because when you're in this spot, the train will just sneak right up through that pass, that narrow passageway. I hear it. Yep. I'm gonna scurry down this little rock, get more of a level view. Yeah, it's coming. It could be like really deceiving because of the way the sound carries through the mountain passageways. You could hear it and then you hear nothing. Then you can hear it again and then you can hear nothing. You hear that horn? That's one that's down south headed north. But the one that I'm facing is north and it's going to come south. You hear it? I heard a little toot. That's a pretty long quiet spell. Well, I guess that was a pretty cool 25 minutes and 13 seconds and counting. Train watching. Snow-capped mountain sightings. And those rocks, this place is called Mormon Rock. It's all sandstone. And that was pushed up literally pushed up during an earthquake. Right where I'm standing is walking is where 3 earthquake faults meet. The San Gabriel earthquake fault, the San Andreas earthquake fault, and another one. I can't recall the name of it, but 3 major earthquake faults intersect, and this is right where the Pacific shelf ends and meets the continental shelf. So they rub up against each other. You have to web search Mormon Rock. There's a lot of geological websites that tells you all about it. So, isn't that something? And there's all kinds of rocks in that sandstone. And you see all those big holes. It's where boulders were at, and through time they fall out. Oh, somebody has a production light. Photo crew. Oh, this lady has a wedding dress on. Nice spot. Maybe they grew up around here as kids, and this place is meaningful to them. Yep, wedding photos with a nice backdrop. Alright, that's it. Stay tuned for the podcast coming up. 3 Days in the Grave.